I made sure I brought my keep cup because I wanted to take care of the environment, but I forgot to use it. This is what happens when you bloody...
You're not in focus.
Oh,
wait.
I'm never in focus. I can't focus on anything. That's alright. This is what happens when you... I can't even finish the sentence, I'm so tired.
Jamie's having a rough morning. He brought a good cup.
Oh my god.
Use this cup.
Why? All I could think about was coffee.
You got too excited for the coffee. Is it worth it though?
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
The mockers here are always good too. I'm happy.
That's like your theme song.
I'm not having a theme song.
Zoe. Z.
Z is for Zoe.
I just need to smack coffee everywhere.
Yes. Goals.
Just for the third time, Z didn't start this vlog properly yet, so I'm going to do it for them. I've had to film this 3 times. I won't tell you why I got it wrong the first time. Second time I had my finger over the microphone. But yeah, welcome to week 5.
There's no people here today.
That's because it's almost the end of the year.
I mean, it is also the end of the year.
Why am I wearing my sunglasses inside?
Because you're a weirdo. There's something in my shoe. Dun dun dun.
It's like the thing that you do when you don't know what to do or say.
Yeah, anyway, we're at uni again.
We are at uni again.
Less enthusiasm to last week, seeing as someone slept in.
I'm sorry, Green Mario.
But I'm not wearing green.
I'm sorry. I like how we just vlog the same thing every time. Like,
we do.
The same corridor, it's the same.
I mean, we are at the same campus. I haven't vlogged this corridor for, like, this bit for a while.
For a while.
For a while, at least like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Dun, dun, dun.
You've only been vlogging for like a month.
Shh. Hello. I am currently home because it is too hot to be outside and dealing with summer because it is finally starting to come and I'm not prepared for that. It is also with great irony that I am at home because it is hot knitting a scarf. I have reasoning behind making my scarf now, and that is that by the time if I started making it in winter, I would probably finish it at the end of winter, and by that point I wouldn't want to wear it anyway. Whereas if I start now, hopefully by the time winter comes around I should be finished, and in which case I can actually use the scarf that I have made. Showing what kind of fan that I am / weirdo. I am making a Hufflepuff scarf because I want one like Newt Scamander, like in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which comes down to like his knees, because all the ones I find online are like $60 and only come to like my chest. No, I want long ass scarf that's gonna actually keep me warm and be worth my money. So I am making my own. I don't know how long it's going to take me. I imagine probably a while, because obviously I'm going to have to be able to wrap it around my neck a couple of times probably, and still be really long. So you'll probably end up seeing that and see that journey, but you know, don't hold me to it, because who knows how long I'll actually do it for. I'm currently waiting till about 4:30, which is in roughly an hour's time, for when my friend comes to pick me up and we're going to a feast festival event. I've never heard of it before. I don't actually know what thing we're going to, so that'll be a surprise for all of us. They got free tickets through their work. They invited me along. I'm excited. We're going to catch up first, get some food, because it starts at 6, which is like kind of an awkward time for an event to start, because like, when are you meant to eat? You can't, I'm presuming there's no food there. We're both presuming there's no food there, hence why we're going to eat beforehand. So we'll make sure I bring my camera and actually vlog it, seeing as, you know, vlogger. Hopefully I'm allowed to. I presume I'd be allowed to. Whether I actually get the courage to vlog in front of other people would be good. Otherwise, hopefully I'll get some of, like, time-lapse. Go with time-lapse. Time-lapse of the event. So, fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. As for this weekend, I might be going home because Sean's car is, like, dying and my dad can hopefully fix it. Which reminds me I have to have a wait for a phone call. And the guy hasn't called me yet for the part to be delivered. So hopefully that actually still gets delivered today. I only just realised that. Maybe I won't be going home this weekend. We'll find out. Another thing that'll be a surprise for both of us as to whether I go home or not. And when I say home, I do mean to my parents' house, not my current location, because I am also at home. I refer to them both as home, which just confuses everyone. It's a great time. See you shortly.
Adelaide! Where's my little helper with my little clipboard? And we have one job to do, Margie, for fuck's sake. You need a clipboard. Thank you so much for having me. My name's Denise Hamlin. I've come all the way from Sydney town to be with you today. And people said, you know, I don't do anything too too modern. This is Adelaide. This is what I came up with. What do you think? It's very exciting to be here at the Feast VIP, something around us. I don't know, it's got a name on the Feast Festival opening VIP event. VIP! Unbelievable. Who knew there were so many VIPs in Adelaide? You're about to witness a first. Certainly nationally, we think potentially internationally, but I'm not going to take the smoke out of the fire or whatever it is, but I'm going to introduce the chair of Feast. Where is he? The wonderful Josh Rayner.
Speak to you about Raj House. The Feast Board, with a strategy to expand our offering to create a more permanent and sustainable platform for young and emerging queer artists. We embarked on transforming this building. Although with many knockers, you're all witness to the efforts of literally hundreds of volunteers that have brought you Australia's first permanent queer arts and cultural hub. Book it, paint it, bend it to your needs. It is such a versatile building. And it's a magical space that can inject so much life into any of your events, and every single cent goes back to the philosophy of Feast, providing a platform for queer and emerging artists.
Home alone means I can vlog. Don't know where Tash went. She was leaving as I was arriving. She could be back any minute and it'd be real awkward, but that's okay. Last night was good. I'd never been to something like that before, so it was really interesting to see how things like that went. I didn't get to vlog as much as I thought. It wasn't really the type of event that I've ever been to before, where it was sort of just speeches and then just chats. It was a bit weird, but whatever, it was fun. They released Gale product, which is not a person, but actually a cider and ale. And I went to ask one of the owners, producers, founders. Ask one of the founders, like, where will this be sold? Because obviously if it's going to help the community and things like that, I do want to be able to support it. And it did taste nice. So they told me that, at the moment it's going to be sold in bars, and then eventually it's going to be sold in bottle-os and things like that. But they then roped me into handing out stubby holders, and I was sort of like, okay, this isn't really what I was anticipating. I mean, it was fine. There was only one person that was sort of a bit of a prick, but the guy who was with him came up to me and sort of took one anyway. I could tell that he was sort of like, sorry. But I was whatever. We didn't stay for very long. We had our drink, which, was nice. The cider is a lot stronger than the ale, so keep that in mind. And then me and my friend went back to the place we had dinner, which was the office, which sounds weird, and we just played pool. Miraculously, I won. I don't know how I did that, because she's been playing pool since she was little, because her parents had one in their house. So I don't know how I won. It was the biggest fluke ever. It was really funny. But yeah, we just came home, had a bit of a chat. My sister had made peanut butter and chocolate chip cookies, which is always amazing. So I was happily munging on those. And yeah, that was last night. Today has been work, and then I came home and I changed out of my work clothes. I'm now wearing a Rick and Morty shirt that Sean bought and has now left here. It's mine now. I've been watching YouTube videos, been watching my friends' videos, watching some of my favourite YouTubers' videos. One of them finally uploaded a video that they hadn't done in a long time, so I was like, yes! And I've been playing with my Bujos. I currently have 3. I have the one my usual one in my Harry Potter cover. I have another travel Bujo, which is exciting. That came a couple of weeks ago. This one is from, the power of editing, Norway. This one's from Norway. And I also really appreciate the Deathly Hallows. I feel like I need to put more Harry Potter stuff in there. I have been dropping the ball. I will find more Harry Potter things to put in there, because if they put Deathly Hallows on the front, they're clearly into Harry Potter. I have no idea what I'm going to do this weekend. The Feast Festival starts tomorrow, and I don't know if I'll go. I want to go to the march. I really do want to go to the march, because it'll be my first time ever going to one, and it'll be great to be a part of the community, to actually be a part of it. I feel like I haven't really been a part of it lately. I'm just sort of on the outskirts. But if it's going to be hot, I am actually concerned about my health. And I mean, I also mildly don't want to go by myself. We shall see what happens. But yeah, otherwise I have no plans for the weekend. My plans did change the part didn't arrive. They got the wrong address. So now it's going to come Monday. So it means next weekend is going to involve a lot of driving. So I'll drive home to my parents' house, drive back to the city for Supernova on the Saturday, and then poor Sean's going to have to drive home Sunday. He's not impressed. He's already just like, not much happening. I have made a fair amount of progress on my Hufflepuff scarf, and I am so proud of it. It's not even funny. I'll vlog it later. It's currently on 2 needles, and I'm worried that if I pick it up, I might stuff it up and drop it and lose my rings or whatever they're called. So I'll show it to you later. But yeah, I'm chilling on the floor because for whatever reason I find this more comfortable than sitting on the couch, which is right behind me, so I'm using it as a backrest. Probably gonna watch more YouTube videos, use Spotify and do some more knitting, and probably play with my Boojos. Might even go to bed early tonight because, I don't know, maybe I'll actually get some extra sleep rather than thinking if I stay up I'll wake up later, because that never happens. I still wake up as if I'm going to work. I'm not mad that this weekend is going to be quiet because sometimes you just need quiet weekends, and it will probably give me a good reason to clean my room. Probably won't happen, but the option's there. Yeah, mini quiches. This is like my 3rd time making them. I think I'm getting better. I'm really hungry. These have just come out of the oven, but I want to eat them now. It is Sunday. I'm home alone. I have done nothing today. Well, I say that I've done nothing, but I've done my laundry. I have mildly cleaned up my room. I need to put away my laundry. So, because you know, they are 2 different tasks. Don't care what anyone says. I've made food. I've set up a lot of stuff in my next Bujo. I did make a lot of mistakes. Kind of annoyed at myself, but whatever. I've had a kind of a productive day, but also kind of not. I also Skyped my friends, so that was good. I hadn't talked to them in a long time, so it was nice to actually see them again and catch up. We have plans for the future. Hopefully they actually come true, but I mean, realistically, it's going to come down to money. Well, for me, it's going to come down to money. For the others, it's sort of like time off work and things like that. It's finally getting hot in Australia, and I'm not loving it. It's like 34 degrees today. The only thing I am loving is the fact that I did my laundry, and it took 3 hours to dry just outside, which is not the fastest it's ever dried before, but I'm not mad. It was towels and stuff. So I have my sheets out there at the moment, which I'm kind of thinking they might be dry soon, and in which case I can change my bed sheets with the ones I have just washed. I think I can finally put away my winter quilts, because I put them away a couple of weeks ago, and then it got cold again, and I was like, thanks, weather. Appreciate that. Tasha's left her fan on. How dare she? Oh no, she's got a remote. Where's the remote? Tash, why you do this? Oh well, just gonna make my power bill more expensive, woman. I don't think... Oh no, next week is going to be busy because John's car part, which didn't arrive, is going... because it got sent to the wrong address and then got sent to the depot. Should be coming Monday, so that means on the weekend is going to be very busy because we're going to go home. Well, I'm going to go home Friday. He's going to meet me at my parents' place, and hopefully Dad will be able to fix his car. But I feel bad because we've bought tickets to Supernova, and that's on the Saturday. So it's ideally, if it was this weekend, Sean would have been able to help Dad fix his car. But we've bought these tickets for Supernova, so we'll have to figure out what we're doing. Because I mean, if we hadn't have already bought the tickets, I probably would have been like, oh, whatever. But we have actually bought tickets, and I don't really want to waste that money. Plus, also, one of my friends is having a stall, and they've been releasing sneak peeks and stuff of what they're going to have at the convention, and I want 95% of it, so I want to be there and support them, and also see how much Yuri on Ice stuff I can buy, because I want to be able to support Australian artists and find more Australian artists, because I do want to fill my house up with art. I mean, I don't care if it's anime art, because anime is a huge part of my life, but even other art, because I do know my friend has non-binary related art. My phone background at the moment is an asexual awareness week piece of art that they did, which I absolutely adore. So if I can find stuff like that, that would be also awesome. I do think my friend is selling pins with their with pronouns on them, so I'm probably going to buy them, because that'd be cool to wear around and about, especially if I get to go to any more feast festivals. People will actually look at them and fully understand what they mean. So next week is probably going to be very busy, and I'm probably going to be exhausted by Sunday. So I'm glad that this weekend I have done practically nothing. Oh, that's another thing I did. I got rid of a lot of my old makeup because I wasn't using it. It was cluttering up my drawer, and it was just really disheartening to look at it all and know I'm never going to go through it. But I decluttered a whole lot of lip liners, lipsticks, eyeshadows that I just don't wear anymore, or the fact that I've had it since I started collecting makeup, which at this point in time is about, how long? 5-6 years. So some of it's pretty old and I should really have gotten rid of it probably a while ago. Or it's some things that I've bought and they just don't work for me, and it's like a mascara that I can't give away to someone else because that's just not okay. I sorted through my Vloggers United event stuff. I mean, admittedly, most of it has just gone into my suitcase because I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I am going to be going to South Africa next year. So I put most of it in my suitcase in preparation for that because most of it's small, so I don't have to worry about buying it. One last thing, should I do Vlogmas? Because I've seen people talking about it. It is like middle of November, and I'm curious whether I should do it or not. So leave me a comment below or comment on any social media letting me know if I should or should not bother with Vlogmas. I would love to hear your thoughts, so be sure to let me know. Bye.